Hello there, folks. I'm your host, Nerdy John, and today I want to make a sort of different video from what I normally make. Today I'm going to be discussing a very important topic to me, SGB, or as they're better known as, the Super Gaming Brothers. They are, or rather were, as I'll explain here in a second, in my opinion, the greatest Let's Play channel on YouTube. I know that's a bit of an exaggeration and it's my biased opinion, but that's just how I feel. Because for those of you who don't know, SGB is a spin-off channel of a channel called Some Call Me Johnny. Some Call Me Johnny is a channel where a guy named John, obviously, he reviews games. But before that, funny thing, that channel used to be called SGB because in the beginning it was him and his brother Elliot, and they would make reviews of video games. However, later on, Elliot would, as he got into middle school, as he got into middle school and high school, he didn't necessarily want to do the restrictive review style of video. Rather, he would do his own stuff. And so they created the channel SGB Likes to Play. And later on that got rebranded to SGB since the original SGB channel got renamed to Some Call Me Johnny. And the channel would eventually, it would have stuff like Johnny and his college friends doing Let's Plays, mainly him and his brother playing Super Mario Brothers, stuff like that. However, one fateful Mortal Kombat 9 Let's Play would change it all when Johnny's from what I could tell, high school / middle school best friend, Matt, would join them. And fans liked Matt so much that he became a mainstay. He became one of the main members of that channel, and his interaction with the two brothers is one of the most genuine things you can see in a Let's Play channel. So I wasn't there for the very beginning of the channel. I discovered Some Call Me Johnny around 2012, 2013. I remember I think his 50-minute Sonic 06 review was the first thing I saw him. I saw one of his videos because at the time I was watching another Let's Play channel called Koban Hermione 456, and his channel at that time was doing a Sonic 06 playthrough because how the YouTube recommended works. Johnny's video got recommended to me. Funny enough, Johnny actually guest starred on one of the episodes of Koban's Sonic Unleashed videos. Oh, Koban's another dead channel I'll probably talk about some other time. But yeah, and so I would watch a lot of his videos religiously. And this was when I was watching YouTube not on a tablet, not on a phone, but on a 3DS. So the picture quality wasn't the greatest and the speed wasn't good either, but I didn't care because I thoroughly enjoyed his videos. And then, you know what I see in one of my recommended lists when I'm watching one of his videos? It's for a Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid was the first SGB Let's Play that I saw, and the quality, the mic quality, was much lower than what I was used to. Some call me Johnny, because at that time, let's see, I think they were using just they were using gaming headsets, or I think they were using one microphone to pick up everyone's talking. But again, I could be wrong on how their audio was set up back in the day. But the interactions between them were so funny that I ended up watching almost everything that they had to author. And then one of their more memorable Let's Plays to me is the Tales of Synthonia Let's Play. That was part of their RPG Weekend series. And because Elliot doesn't really like RPGs, it's usually just Johnny and Matt, aside from when Elliot did the South Park games. Oh, and also too, they would have a series like Smackdown Sunday, where the three would play fighting games, racing games. Sometimes they would have a guest like Johnny's and Elliot's other brother. I think he's the middle kid. I'm not sure if he's older than Johnny or not, but that's not really important. Anyway, sometimes it would be their other brother that would join in. Sometimes it would be Johnny's uncle. Or on the rare occasion, with the more recent Smackdown Sunday videos, it would be Elliot's girlfriend. And what's funny is Elliot's girlfriend would apparently cause a divide in the fan base, which I don't know. I've never seen it, although that could be because the comments were curated, but whatever. I'm getting a bit off track. Anyway, the channel started 2009, 2008, around that time. And this is the year that they decided that they were gonna pull the plug on the channel. They were, as far as I'm aware, they're still keeping it up, but as far as new uploads go, yeah, that's not happening anymore. I think it's if I remember correctly, they kind of just wanted to move on to newer stuff. Matt, he's not a YouTuber like Elliot and Johnny. He has a regular 9-to-5 job, and I think in some of the videos they talked about how he has to take care of some older family members. And if I'm correct, I could be wrong on this, but the Let's Play channel started to interfere with that a bit. However, due to the coronavirus, they could not meet up, and I know a lot of fans were upset about this because everyone was talking about how they could just do Discord calls. I think Johnny and Elliot actually had to do that at one point for one of their post-commentary videos. But I don't know, it's a tricky situation, so I'm not going to comment on what they should or shouldn't have done. Although it is disappointing because at the time of recording, it is the middle of October, and you usually do have this big Oktoberfest where Matt would play a Silent Hill game. Elliot would play he hasn't really played what has he played in the recent ones? Shoot, I feel bad for not remembering now. But one of his more notable series was stuff like Slender or FNAF. Johnny would play the more retro style, not necessarily horror games, but like Castlevania. He would also play... What else did Johnny play? Oh yeah, Super super why am I saying the sequel's name? He would play Ghosts and Goblins, a notoriously hard NES game, and if it wasn't for this channel, I probably wouldn't have never discovered it, but it would have taken me quite a while. Thanks to them, I discovered stuff like the Tales of series. I discovered Shin Megami Tensei because of them. I also discovered Silent Hill because of them. And because of Silent Hill, my love of the horror genre has deepened tremendously. I have so much to thank for this channel because whenever I was down, whenever I just needed something to cheer me up, I would watch these guys, and it made me feel a lot better because it wasn't a skit that they wrote and did. It was them on the fly, making fun of each other's mistakes, having fun making fun of the plotting characters of whatever game they were playing. It didn't have to be a bad game. Most of the time were playing good games, but they were just making fun of the silly situation characters found themselves in. And I know for some people, Matt's more recent comments have gotten them a little peeved because apparently he goes on a Twitter blocking spree. Although I don't know much about the situation to comment. In the more recent years, what was it, like last 4 or 5 years, Elliot's girlfriend was sort of like not necessarily a main member because she's not really recording with Matt ever at the same time. I think during the Super Mario Galaxy Let's Play, they were together for that. But she's sort of an honorary member. She did a lot of editing for the channel, as well as Elliot. In the beginning, it was just Johnny, but now Elliot and Sabrina were helping out. Actually, there are some Let's Plays of just Elliot and Sabrina, and they have good chemistry. And you can also catch them on Twitch, on her streaming, on her Twitch. Why am I saying on her streaming? Yeah. But honestly, I have enjoyed the channel so much, but why am I having such a hard time deciding what to say? Oh, one really disappointing thing is because they were doing Final Fantasy VII, and that got cut off at like the 30th part. Yeah. It's a shame because Matt only got to the second Persona game, and he didn't even get to the second. He didn't even get to the second part of Persona 2. It's quite disappointing, honestly. We'll never get to see them do the later Silent Hill games, the later Zelda games, because they stopped it at Ocarina of Time. I was really looking forward to a Majora's Mask Let's Play. I was really looking forward to an MGS4 Let's Play, and it didn't happen. Although what's weird is I could be misremembering, and they do these recordings way in advance, so keep that in mind. I remember Let's Plays in 2020 where they were like, oh yeah, the next LP, like they take turns with, if it's a long running series, they take turns with specific games. What was it? I'm trying to remember. like, point is, within the last 2 years, they were still like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing this game, then this person's gonna be doing this game." So the decision to quit the channel must have been something not necessarily recent, but something that wasn't necessarily planned. Who knows? Stuff might have been going on around the scenes, but that's more gossip talk, so let's not get into that, really. Yeah, these guys had such great chemistry. One of their most memorable Let's Plays is the LA Noire Let's Play. The first one, and then the remastered LP that they did with Johnny's uncle. Although I get why am I saying that like he's only Johnny's uncle? But whatever. Yeah. Anyway, Johnny's and Elliot's uncle joined for that LP, and it was really fun. He cracked a lot of jokes, and he was a breath of fresh air. Not that the other guys weren't funny during the LP. It was just like, it was nice having that fourth person in the room. And that was the same way people the same way I felt about like Sabrina and stuff. Although more recently, I do have to comment on this. A lot of LPs kind of, what was it? It was their Tetris 99 video where I think Elliot, I'm either misremembering this or Elliot misused the word. He's like, we don't want criticism. And then I think he quickly corrected himself in saying, we want constructive criticism. Again, I could be misremembering this. But yeah, there was a lot of like, the guys kind of share their political stuff a bit more in the past couple of years. And I know not a lot of people were really a fan of that. Even if they agreed with the guys on the issue, it was like not really necessary with the Let's Play. Although you can argue, since it was a more casual friends hanging out sort of situation, politics would occasionally come up, but whatever. One thing I have to mention too is, for a while, the channel didn't really have thumbnails. It was basically one of the auto Google ones, and then they finally started doing some pretty nice thumbnails. It would be a red background with a white silhouette of the main three, and it was a small detail, but it really slicked up. In fact, in the last 4 years, they really touched up on the channel art and stuff for it. Again, which is another shocker on why they're ending it. So, but this video has mainly just been me rambling. But the point is, these guys are my favorite channel, one of my favorite LP channels, and I'll always go back to their Let's Plays for a good laugh. I want to thank you guys for so many years of fun and enjoyment, and I hope your guys' future projects take off. And Matt, I know you're not really a YouTuber, but I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of videos of yours, man, because you're pretty funny, and I would like to see you do some like reviews like Johnny does. You know, I think you'd be pretty funny. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention Elliot's channel. Elliot does creepypasta / horror stuff because he's a horror buff. And as a fellow horror buff, I would suggest you guys check out his channel. And Johnny does pretty good reviews. I'll put everyone's channel in the description besides Matt's, but I'll put SGB in the description as well. You guys get what I mean. Anyway, this is Nerdy John signing out, and I hope you didn't mind the rambling.